Don't think about that. But no, we got a good crew this morning. If you have a question, you want to put it in the chat box, or if you want to raise your hand or just unmute, fire away. I'm going to check the chat box first. What do we have? Looks like, okay, we had a question from Sean asking about Marion County, and he looks like he answered that. So Sean, as long as he got to you, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else we got? Will we see the, okay, so Denise is asking, will we see the comments filed for both volumes? That's actually a really good question. Because we knew that we had to package it up and send it to the feds. Obviously, we're going to check on that. That's a great question. It hasn't been submitted yet, so you're not missing, we're not hiding anything. It hasn't been submitted to the NTIA yet. And so we're going to check on that. And if we can make all the comments public, we'll do that. Now, we would, of course, be sensitive to personal identifying information, right? So we would not put out full names. We would not post emails and so forth for that. We would probably, if we can, we'll do it. I think that's a great idea, but we would also want to protect people's names and so forth. So we would put out the comments themselves probably if we can. And if we're able to do that, we'll do that. But we'll check and let you know for sure. Can we invite our committees to the training webinar? Yes, absolutely. Kind of to preview some of that a little bit, we can do that, and that's fine. So according to federal law, the only people or entities that are able to officially submit a challenge are the internet service providers, okay, nonprofit organizations, and units of local government, which was not heavily defined by the feds. So part of the reason that, well, one of the main reasons that we wanted to get this committee formed in every county was to help with this process. So to preview it a little bit, which we're going to have to make sure is that as a committee, yes, the map is going to be, we anticipate Lane's been working on the project in very much detail with our subcontractor. The map's going to be available for everyone to look at, no matter who you are, right? Very open, look at the map and so forth. The caveat is that it's going to take either an ISP, a unit of local government, or a nonprofit to make the official challenge. And so we would tell our county committees is to make sure that you have someone who is an elected official as part of your county committee to be able to do the challenge part of this, okay? Because an elected official is going to have to be the one who officially presses the button, if that makes sense, to do the challenge, okay? So whether it's a mayor, great. Judge, great. Quorum court member, awesome, right? City council, great. It has to be an elected official, okay, to hit the button. So we can work on it as a group, right, with the county committee and do the research and work on it and kind of get it together. But we will have to have a public official actually hit the button at the end, okay? And we'll work through that during the training sessions. But yes, please invite the county committees. We want our county committees to be a part of this. That's the whole point. Let's see. Jesse, you need to set up meeting in Drew County. Okay, all right, Andrew, you got that. So Drew County wants to meet. I'm not sure if they have a committee or not, but we'll check on that. If they do, great. If not, great. We're coming either way. All right, Denise. So Denise is asking if census block groups or CBGs for the project areas overlap state lines or an area that has an existing enforceable commitment, will partially CBG be allowed in these cases? Okay, so if just to set the table for that is the way that the ISPs, okay, are going to design their project footprints, and this is in volume 2, the way that we would currently propose that a provider design their project footprints, they're going to consist of census block groups or CBGs as sort of the boundary line of how it looks. Now what's going to happen is ISP, so there's around 2,000 or so-ish CBGs across the state. Think of them as like a jigsaw puzzle, right? The ISPs are going to be able to take those and kind of build project footprints however they like, however they want to. What that does is it encourages a lower cost to the state because they can take into consideration where their facilities are, where their lines are, and so forth, what's advantageous to them. And it's designed to have the most competition possible. All right, we're going to put up the whole state at once. What's going to happen is the whole state's covered. So, short story is, if you think about a CBG or, for instance, a square, right? Just think about a square. They're not going to be able to build to every location in the square. The square would be like the boundary, but the locations that are eligible for the program within the square is where they're going to be able to build. And this is actually a good point. We probably want to cover a little bit of this, at least, and maybe our next session is our topic session. I know we're going to do the challenge process as sort of a follow-up meeting on the 15th to the one training that we do on the 13th for everyone, and just walk through everything again with everybody. But I think maybe we'll take half of that time and talk about how project areas are probably going to be built next year in the summertime for our application process. Long story short is it involves CBGs. ISPs are going to be able to build them, have the flexibility to build them using the CBG kind of puzzle pieces. Just the best way we think to drive competition and drive costs down, but still get everybody served, because we have to serve everyone anyway. We have to certify to U.S. Commerce that every single location in the state is funded in this program, and we're going to do that. But yeah, we can go more into that. But back to the question, I know I can ramble sometimes. If the project areas overlap state lines or an area has enforceable commitment, yeah, and that's the thing I was explaining. Like, so the whole CBG is not going to be built. Only those locations within a CBG that are eligible will be built to. Be able to Drew County. So Andrew, is Drew County?
I'm looking right now.
Okay. All right. So we're researching to see if we have a Drew County committee list.
Yeah, I'm looking. It just takes forever to pull it up because it's such a big master list.
Yeah. Let me look at our people list. Hey, Trisha, go ahead. Wait, you're on mute. You have to mute. Are you muting on the Zoom itself? Let me see if I can unmute you. Okay, it'll let me mute you, but it won't let me unmute you. So there should be like a little microphone icon kind of in this Zoom, in this Teams thing.
Found it.
There you go.
Sorry about that. Thank you so much. Just wanted to ask, and you may discuss this more in the webinar, but exactly what is the role that you're looking for from the committees in challenging the MAP process? So
yeah, good question. Here's the deal. It's like, so our office and our team, it's very small, and you know that. You're going to know, like, we can have a map made, right? But we don't know the ins and outs of a county and whether or not locations are kind of really served or not. Because we have to rely on just kind of the data and the analytics. It helps us kind of build the map. But you guys know yourselves and your people better than we do. And so in theory, you would know or should know portions of your county or portions of your community where either there's no internet at all or what they do have is terrible. And the map may not reflect that accurately, right? It may be wrong. And so we need to lean on you guys to help. So when it comes out, Trisha, what county are you in?
I'm in Benton County.
Benton, okay. And so, right, whenever, yeah, obviously, I know east and west, it gets very, not a whole lot of service there.
Right.
And so when the map comes out, right, we think January is when we're projecting, again, depending on U.S. Commerce. We're going to say, all right, Benton County, look at the Benton County part of the map, right, and make sure that it reflects what you think is the true story on the ground. And if it doesn't, right, remember, you got to have at least some elected official up there on your group. And I know Judge Mooring is getting it done. So
Yeah.
make sure that he or someone that's elected official within the group and the committee is there to be able to officially do the button at the end, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Because what's going to happen is if we get a challenge in that's not from an ISP, that's not from a nonprofit, or is not an elected official, we can't accept it. And that's not us, that's the federal government telling us that, okay? So it's not,
Okay.
it's how it was designed. And so our way well, I shouldn't say, our way around that, right, was to form these committees and have you work together. And have a way for folks to have their voice heard. So that's what we tried to build.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's see, chat. Oh, Van's asking about elected official. Yeah, so Van's question is, essentially, like, what is elected official? It would be, like I said, I kind of went through it. It can be a county judge, it can be a mayor, it can be, in our talks with NTIA the other day, it can be a quorum court member, right, a city council person. It's very analogous. If you look in our volume 2, there's a listing of elected officials who are eligible to submit letters of support for a infrastructure grant application. Right, those are the same folks that'll be able to sort of press the button on the challenge at the end for your committee. Okay, so again, it could be. I think we've included state representatives and state senators as well at the state level. At the county level, judge and quorum court members, at the municipal level, mayors and city council folks, and even school board officials, I think, are on the list as well. So you have to have one of those folks work with you to sort of make the final button push. Looks like Drew County is an official county. Oh wait, or Jesse's got it. Andrew, were they on our list?
Yeah, they are on our list.
Okay.
So
right.
Drew County is included in the 46 number that we mentioned.
Oh, we almost got to 47. I was excited.
Oh, we did get to 47 because Marion sent theirs.
Nice. Okay.
So we're officially at 47 now.
Awesome. Good stuff. Great. Let's see. Let me go back to looking at the chat. Let me go back
I think Jesse Griffin has a question. His hand raised.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. You can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my question is twofold. First of all, I had a meeting this morning with as in the hallway here in the courthouse. I told them I was going to this webinar, and I was informed that Drew County, their feeling is that we're behind the power curve, that other committees are meeting and things of that nature. I don't think we're behind the power curve. I think that we're right on track with me keeping up to date with what y'all got going. But I'd like to have someone, just an impersonal type meeting to come down and talk to us in Drew County. And if you would like to combine that with, the counties, the 5 counties around us, I'd be more than glad to host it. We want to make sure we're in the right track with the right people on the right committee doing the right thing. So I know you got the map out there, that kind of stuff. So I think you got a list of my committee members. I just want to make sure that I've got a good value across the board of who they are, a good representation across the county. So we're excited about getting this thing started. Like I said, I don't think we're behind the power curve. I don't think anybody in the state's behind it. I think people's had some meetings and stuff, but
yeah.
I guess my feelings is we just need to have a meeting again down here in Drew County to make sure that people understand that, hey, we're on track with what the state, what y'all are trying to do.
Absolutely.
So
So that sounds great, Jesse. And I think doing sort of a regional kind of event with the counties that surround you and helping to host that sounds great. And we'll come down as soon as we can get it on the calendar.
yeah, well, let me know what day you want to come. We'll make it fit, and we can invite the other counties to come. If
All right, we'll do that.
you send me a date and a time, then we'll send out to the surrounding counties that, hey, look, we're going to have a meeting on the broadband, and we'll set a date and time and a place, and we'll make it work. So that we'll bring the maps of all those counties that are coming, and we can do that with Southeast Arkansas and make it work. Okay?
Sounds good. Yes, sir.
You can send me a list of your committee that you think that's on my committee. Email it to me. I'd appreciate it. And that way I'll verify that that's ones that are there. And if I need to update it, I'll send it back to you. Okay?
Sounds good.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Hey, thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right, we got, let's see, Marty.
Hey, Glenn, Marty Allen, Diamond
Hey.
State. Do you have the map of counties that have committees and that don't have committees published on the website, or could you add that and keep it updated that way?
Yeah, so we're back to, this is the one. Yeah, I can work with, we sort of have a temporary fix where we're able to kind of add information to the current website, even though it's obviously not the best. So we can work to, yeah, we'll work to make sort of a link or a page on the website with this kind of information. We'll do that. I can work with Kimberly, another Kimberly in the building who's helping us a little bit, and we can work to do that. Yeah.
Thank you,
And
sir.
we'll send it to everybody. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure. While you're thinking about potential questions and thoughts, so our next meeting, 2 weeks from today, so Friday, December 15th, okay, at 10 a.m. Right now, the thinking is that the topic for that will be the mapping challenge process. Again, we're supposed to have, as of today, we're supposed to have some challenge education and webinars happening on the 13th, which is the Wednesday, right? And so it would make sense that on that Friday, we do some recaps of that and walk through some stuff with you, and sort of make sure that you don't miss anything and all that good stuff. So that's sort of what we're projecting the next meeting Friday in 2 weeks at 10 a.m. and focusing on the mapping challenge process. I was curious. Okay. Yeah, in the Southeast, we got to work to get Bradley and Calhoun. Get those guys done and get them moving. But yeah, we'll make that happen. Let's see. All right, well, hang on for just a little bit in case anybody's got anything. All right, well, let's see, we got that thing. 12:14. I will double check that after this meeting. So Monica was asking if I'm able to go to Boone County on the 14th. Yesterday I was able to, I did the Rotary Club meeting in Harrison, but I did it from the office here. I was able to zoom in for that Rotary Club meeting yesterday. I will say the Harrison Rotary Club was the most technologically advanced Rotary Club that we've done so far, so that was very impressive. They should be proud. But I'm supposed to go back and talk to the county folks as a whole on the 14th, and I will double check that, Monica, after this call and let you know. And I'll let Bob know as well. I appreciate it, Barry. I'll do a little sneak before we hop off. Is the next meeting on the 15th. Hopefully, at that point, we would be able to introduce potentially some new members of our team and our staff. So that is in the works. We hope people will do that for you in a couple of weeks. They should start, if everything goes correctly, that Monday, the 11th. So we hope to make that happen. We would introduce them to you at that time. So that's a little sneak peek of something else going on our team. We look forward to that. And that's it. If you had anything else that perhaps you didn't want to say in front of the group, that's fine. Feel free to call me, text me, call, text our team, or email us, and we'll be happy to help out. So until 2 weeks, we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank y'all very much.